Part 1 of the Halloween event is next up in Pokemon Go, featuring some Pokemon debuts and the return of some very rare costume Pokemon. And in this video, I will be going through all of the details and tips to help you make the most of it. So the event runs from October 22nd at 10 AM until the 28th at 10 AM local time. Morpeko will be making its Pokemon Go debut, and this Pokemon will be pretty different to every Pokemon that we've seen before in Pokemon Go. This Pokemon has two forms, the full belly mode and the hangry mode, and it can change between these forms mid-battle using its charged attack Aura Wheel. When it's in its full belly mode, its charged attack Aura Wheel will be an electric type. It will have 100 power in trainer battles, and it will increase the user's attack by 1 stage. And whilst in its hangry mode, Aura Wheel will be a dark type, and again it will have 100 power in trainer battles, and it will also increase the user's attack by 1 stage. It's worth noting that initially, Morpeko will only be able to change forms in Go Battle League and in Team Go Rocket battles. But how do you get Morpeko? So there are 2 ways. From the start of this event, Morpeko will be a possible encounter from Go Battle League win rewards, and during this event you will have a higher chance of encountering it from the premium track, which is the track that requires a premium battle pass. And after the event, starting at rank 16, Morpeko will be able to be encountered in either award tracks, but it will appear more frequently in the premium track. And if you aren't much of a Go Battle League player, then alternatively you can encounter Morpeko from field research during this event. The bonuses for the event will be 2 times catch candy, increased chance for Candy XL for catching Pokemon with nice throws or better, and you'll have an increased chance to encounter shiny Umbreon from raids and shiny Zorua in the wild. And in particular, Zorua is quite a difficult shiny to get because it is pretty rare outside of Halloween events. There will also be a free timed research running from October 22nd at 10 AM until November 3rd at 8 PM local time, and this will reward you with encounters with Spiritomb and Morpeko. There will be new avatar items including Halloween Finery, Woobat Top Hat, Morpeko onesie for each mode, and there'll be event themed stickers. Pokestops and gyms will be decorated for Halloween, Lavender Town music will be playing at night, there will be Pokestop showcases, and there'll be some Halloween bundles on the web store. For $5 you will be able to get 3 remote raid passes, 1 premium battle pass, and 1 max particle pack. For $40 you can get 20 incubators and 20 super incubators, and for $100 you can get 3 remote raid passes, 50 super incubators, 3 max particle packs, 16 premium battle passes, and 50 incubators. There will also be a $5 research that will get you 3 times catch candy, event themed encounters, and the new Morpeko onesies for your avatar. There will also be a $2 research available that will get you encounters with Costume Pikachu, Vulpix, Gengar, Piplup, Drifblim, Froakie, Pumpkaboo, and Rowlet. But with that said, are these tickets actually worth purchasing? So if you want to maximize on candy for this event, then the $5 ticket will be worth it for you. And you do get some pretty rare costume Pokemon with this ticket as well, but I wouldn't say they're worth the $5. Spiritomb will be in free timed research during this event, and it'll be in field research, so you don't need to buy encounters for that. Morpeko will be in field research and Go Battle League, and the costume Froakie and Rowlet will be available in the second part of the Halloween event, so unless you really want them a few days early, it's worth waiting and saving the money. The only real worthwhile encounter if you are a collector is the Witch Hat Pikachu, which has been very rarely available over the years. But if this is the main draw for you, then you should go for the $2 research instead, which offers an encounter with the Witch Hat Pikachu and some other Halloween themed costume Pokemon. And with that said, which Pokemon are available throughout this event? So in the wild will be Zubat, Spinarak, Murkrow, Misdreavus, Shuppet, Drifloon, Purloin, Female Frillish, Zorua, Litwick, Greavard, and rarely Sableye and Absol. For the raids, in 1-star raids will be Sneasel, Sableye, Yamask, and Galarian Yamask. In 3-star raids will be Hisuian Typhlosion, Umbreon, and Bombardier. In 5-star raids will be Giratina Origin, and in Mega raids will be Mega Sableye. For the max battles, in 1-star max battles will be Max Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, and Max Ghastly for the first time, and in 3-star max battles will be Max Phalanx. And for the first time in Pokemon Go, in 6-star max battles will be Gigantamax Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, and they will be available from October 26th at 10 AM until the 27th at 8 PM local time. In field research will be Sableye, Scraggy, Golett, Morpeko, Nimble, Greavard, and rarely Spiritomb. Some tasks will also reward you with Mega Energy for Gengar, Houndoom, Sableye, Banette, and Absol. But which of these event Pokemon are most worth focusing on? So Murkrow will be available, and its Evolution Honchkrow in its Shadow form is the 11th best Flying type attacker and the 14th best Dark type attacker. With Shuppet being available, it could be a good chance to try and find a hundo, because Mega Banette is the 3rd best Ghost type attacker in the game. And Drifloon is a good target for Go Battle League because Drifblim is ranked 96 in the Great League with 0, 15, 12 IVs, and in the Ultra League it's ranked ranked 21 with 115-15 IVs. And whilst Zorua doesn't have much meta relevance, it will be a great chance to get the shiny with it being shiny boosted for this event. And also Hisui and Zorowok will come to the game at some point, and they could have more meta relevance, so it could be worth building up some Zorua candy. And Litwick is a decent Pokemon because Chandelure is the 16th best ghost type attacker and the 5th best as a shadow, and it is the 10th best fire type attacker as a shadow as well. And whilst not meta relevant, it is worth catching Sableye whenever you see it because it is a Stardust boosted Pokemon that gives at least 750 Stardust per catch, which is equivalent to over 7 regular Pokemon catches. And it will be in field research as well, so it's a good idea to run from any Sableye you encounter to stack them in your research stack and encounter them during an event with a Stardust bonus and a star piece active. Golett is in field research as well, and Golurk is ranked 61 in the Great League with 215-14 IVs, and it's ranked 70 in the Ultra League with 0-13-14 IVs. And with the 10-10-10 IV floor, it could be worth trying to get Shadow Golett from the Ghost type Grunt so you can get a more suitable IV spread, and then you can use the candy from the Golett you get from this event to power it up. Morpeko is worth picking up from field research because it seems like it will be a decent Pokemon in the Great League with its pretty strong move Aura Wheel that will allow it to change form and give it an attack boost. And lastly, for field research, Spiritomb is worth picking up while you can because it is only available once a year for Halloween and it is often behind a paywall. You will however be able to get an encounter for free from timed research this year as well. You can also get Mega Energy for these Pokemon, and it's worth picking up pretty much any of these, and in particular Gengar Mega Energy is well worth picking up if you haven't Mega Evolved one before, because it is the number 2 Ghost type attacker and the number 1 Poison type attacker. Gengar itself is also ranked 92 in the Ultra League with 0-15-14 IVs. It's also worth noting that Mega Banette is the 4th best Ghost type attacker, so a good option besides Mega Gengar, especially as it doesn't have the weakness to Psychic types like Mega Gengar does. And when it comes to the raids, for the 1-star raids, it could be worth picking up Sneasel because Weavile is a decent budget Ice type attacker at rank 17, and it's one of the best in its shadow form at rank 7. And if you didn't get enough of your mask from Research Day, or you couldn't play the Research Day, both forms are in 1-star raids, and the Galarian form has the most meta relevance, with Runerigus being ranked 87 in the Great League with 0-11-14 IVs, and it's ranked 54 in the Ultra League with 10-15-15 IVs. For the 3-star raids, Umbreon could be an option because it will have a boosted shiny rate, and also Umbreon is ranked 77 in the Great League with 0-15-15 IVs, but do bear in mind that it will be difficult to get close to the perfect PvP IVs from raids where there is a 10-10-10 IV floor. If you're shiny hunting in particular and you get a lot of these Umbreon, you could always mirror trade some of them to try for a better PvP IV spread. Origin form Giratina is worth raiding because it is the 10th best Ghost type attacker and it's ranked 23 in the Master League. And in its altered form, it's ranked even higher in the Master League at rank 13, and it's ranked 4 in the Ultra League with 1-12-15 IVs. And despite the altered form not being available in raids currently, the candy from Giratina Origin can be used to power up an altered form Giratina if you have any. And Mega Sableye doesn't really have any meta relevance in particular, but Mega Evolving it can be pretty handy for candy boost coverage during events like Halloween where there are a lot of Dark and Ghost type Pokemon spawning. For the max battles, all 3 of the Gala starters will be worth going after because they will be really helpful when powered up against the Gigantamax Kanto starters that will also be available during this event. And if you are going to invest in max Pokemon, I would invest in the Dynamax Gala starters over the Dynamax Kanto starters because they do more damage, except for Max Cinderace where Max Charizard will do a little bit more damage if it has Blast Burn. I wouldn't really use Candy XL to power up these Gala starters though, because eventually their Gigantamax forms will be available, so I would save XL Candy for those. Max Ghastly will be available for the first time in Pokemon Go, and although Gigantamax Gengar will be in tier 6 max battles later on in the month, it will seemingly take a lot of people to beat it, so a tier 1 Max Ghastly will be a better target for many. And for Max Phalanx, it will be worth picking up at the moment because it is the only fighting type Dynamax Pokemon available, so it can use Stab Max Knuckle. And when you decide on which Pokemon you want to focus on, you will need candy to power them up. So you could always buy the $5 ticket to get 3 times catch candy, but even if you don't, you'll still get 2 times catch candy during the event. And this can be further improved by using Pinat Berries, and you can Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is the same type as the Pokemon you are catching to increase the amount of Candy, Candy XL, and XP you get per catch. And as the majority of the Pokemon for this event have a Ghost or Dark typing, I highly recommend Mega Evolving Sableye, which boosts both of these types. And if you haven't got access to Mega Sableye yet, you could raid one whilst it is available during the event, or you could potentially get the 100 Mega Energy you need to Mega Evolve it for the first time from field research. Although I do imagine it will be quite rare to find the task with that Mega Energy. And if you can't Mega Evolve Sableye or you've Mega Evolved it recently and it's on cooldown, then I would recommend Mega Evolving Gengar or Banette for the Ghost types, or Mega Absol, Houndoom, Gyarados or Tyranitar for the Dark types. Remember to Mega Evolve a Pokemon that is at the max Mega level if you can, to get more Candy, XP and chance for Candy XL. And with regards to XL Candy in particular, you will get more chance for Candy XL if you're consistently hitting nice throws or better, so well worth trying to take a little bit more time to hit an excellent throw on any of the Pokemon that you want XL Candy for. And again, trading this season will get you an additional Candy and a guaranteed XL Candy per trade, so it is well worth trading Pokemon instead of transferring them if you can. And along with Candy, to power up you will need Stardust, and whilst there aren't any specific Stardust bonuses, holding on to any Sableye you encounter from field research in the research stack like I mentioned before will be the best strategy here. Events like community days, where they sometimes have 3 times catch Stardust, will be a great chance to go through your stack and catch all of these, especially as you will most likely already be using a star piece during this time. Entering Pokestop showcases will get you some Stardust and XP just for taking part, and if you do happen to rank highly, you can get some premium items like star pieces and lucky eggs, which you can then use to increase Stardust and XP gains. And regarding XP, again, there are no specific bonuses for this event, but there is a spotlight hour during the event on Tuesday, October 22nd at 6 PM, and it will feature Ghastly, Duskull and Litwick, and a 2 times catch XP bonus will be active. So this will be a good event to use lucky eggs to get 4 times catch XP, meaning you will get over 4,000 XP per excellent throw catch. All 3 of the featured Pokemon do have meta relevance as well, like I mentioned before, so it is an all-round good event to play. You could always use Origin Dialga's Roar of Time Adventure effect to extend your lucky egg timer as well if you wanted to, or alternatively I would recommend using Origin Palkia's Spatial Rend Adventure effect so you can increase the encounter radius to allow you to reach more Pokemon in a given area, and this will help you get more XP and Stardust. And when leveling up, you will need a certain number of Platinum medals to progress, and here are some that are most worth focusing on during this event in particular. So with all of the Ghost and Dark types spawning, it is a good event to work on your Hex Maniac and Delinquent Platinum medals. With Pokemon like Sableye, Morpeko and Spiritomb being in field research, it's a good time to work on your Pokemon Ranger Platinum medal. And with the event themed showcases, it's a good chance to work on your Showcases Star Platinum medal, which is the only way you can encounter PhD Pikachu. And with that said, if you did enjoy this video, then I recommend checking out these videos on the screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.